right, so let's say it's a Saturday night, it's 9 o'clock, right? Little storm going on outside, you're sitting there with your family, you got your popcorn in your lap, you're having a great time, and all of a sudden, boom, power goes out. No lights, no TV, right? Computer won't work, nothing is working for you. You don't have a generator. And you look around, you're like, what do we do here? You wait for an hour, 2 hours, maybe you're waiting a whole day before that power comes on, right? Especially if it's storm season, which will be here before you know it. I'll tell you what you do, you get yourself a generator. And I'm not telling you to go buy one of those gas trap. How much is gas a gallon? Like 30 bucks right now? It's ridiculous. Here's what you do. You get yourself an EcoFlow. All right, this is an exclusive deal here at HSN. It's the most affordable EcoFlow, most powerful one that we've done at this price. It comes with a solar panel, so even if you're without power for 2 days and you have no way to recharge your charger, you just stick that thing outside in the sun, that solar panel, you're gonna be able to charge up your EcoFlow. It's unbelievable. What does it work on? It works on almost everything. It'll work on your refrigerators. It'll work on your coffee machine. It'll work on your toaster, lights, fans, air conditioners. It works on a variety of different things. You got over 1,000 watts of power loaded into this thing. And instead of sitting in your house and panicking and being like, I wonder when the lights are gonna come on, plug a light into here, plug a fan into here, plug your air conditioner into here. Whatever it is, an electric fry pan, you wanna make something for dinner, you can do all that. You can put a light and a fry pan on at the same time. You can plug up to 13 devices at once inside this machine. And here's what you don't have to do. You don't have to worry about having a separate place outside in your garage to put that big gas generator. And I'm not poo-pooing those. If you really think that's what you need, then go ahead and go for it. But you're gonna be running a wire through a window, right? Because you can't keep a gas generator in the house. This guy stays right inside your house, super clean. It's eco-friendly because it has no fumes. It's not a combustion engine out there powering it up. It doesn't make a ton of noise. It's super whisper quiet. And you've got 13 different ports inside this baby, okay? So think about it. You can plug in 13 devices at once. It's got 6 regular AC outlets like the ones that are in your wall in your house. It's got 6 different styles of USB, 2 of each. 3 times 2. It's got 3 different styles, 2 of each. So you get 6. It even has a DC plug connected to this as well. You're gonna get a 2-year warranty. It works on appliances, TVs, phones, computers, fans, routers, microwave oven, coffee machine, your toaster, your air conditioner, your fridge, all that, and so much more. And here's just an idea of how you can use it. Remember, it's not just in an emergency. If you want to use this, when you're tailgating, you know how I use mine most of the time? I use it throughout the year. When I'm barbecuing outside, I plug a box fan into it because it's so hot out on my deck. You can do that. Whatever it is, here's the types of times that you can keep things going on. So if you need to do your fridge, look at that. A 150-watt fridge is 12 hours. The point is you're gonna get more time. The food is not gonna spoil inside there. You're gonna have lights in the house. The kids are not gonna panic. You can watch TV. You can put your computer on. You can plug your router in. So even though the power's out, you still have internet. It's just you have no power. You can plug your router into this or your computer at the same time. So that's phenomenal as well. My favorite thing is it stays in the house. This doesn't need a separate garage. It's convenient. Here it is right here. I'll pick it up. All right. And now it is a little bit heavy because it is a battery, okay? But it's not, you can't pick up a gas generator like that, folks, right? So think about that. It's the lowest price we could find anywhere at $999.99. You're getting a better deal than I got on mine 2 years ago. I paid more. I paid $11.99 or something like that with my discount. And the solar panel is like $300 or $400. We normally sell that on the side. All right, you're getting that included. And we also have a double pack of extra solar panels if you want to live completely off the grid, and you can plug those in as well and charge up your machine much faster when it needs to be recharged. So grab it while you can. You can see I've got a variety of things all plugged into this at the same time. We've got 18-month VIP financing on this. What does that mean? That means that if you have an HSN credit card today, okay, or if you want to get one, you can. You'll get $10 off as an incentive. You're going to pay $55, a little over $55 a month. I think it's worth it to have peace of mind. I think it's worth it to have a machine that you're not just going to use in an emergency. You're going to take this with you camping. Can you imagine being able to plug in a coffee machine in the campground? How cool would that be without having to run an extension cord? You don't have to do any of that. You plug directly into the machine. $55 a month if you use your credit card. Then we'll break up the payments into 5 payments of $200. The shipping and handling is free, and it's expensive to ship because I said that it's not a light machine, right? It's a battery. So get it home, you're gonna love it. I've owned mine for 2 years. I've used it twice during power failures. Because we've been lucky. We haven't had any hurricanes here in Florida in a while. But we know hurricane season will be upon us before you know it. And I always sleep well at night knowing if something goes out, I can power it up very easily. Let me introduce you to my very special guest. His name is Justin Hyatt. He is standing by. Hey, buddy, you know how much I love it. And it's funny, Justin, I use mine even when it's not a power failure. I put it outside. I plug a box fan into it when I'm outside barbecuing in the summer. We stay nice and cool. It keeps all the bugs away. It truly is something I think everybody should consider today, especially as we're moving into those months where it starts to get stormy.
Yeah, I mean, without a doubt, right? I mean, it's a matter of if, it's not a matter of when, wherever you are in the country. And I love what how we're starting that off. It's not necessarily just doom and gloom. It's also all of the fun stuff. It's typically not something that you can do with a gas generator. You're not going to just take a gas generator out to the back patio to have the TV, the fan, and all of that going. That's not practical. This is something that you can do that with. This is the Delta. When we were thinking about how and what we're going to put together for the Today Special, we as a team were saying, well, it needs to be the Delta because that's the flagship model. We've listened to you, the customers. We've read the reviews. This is the most popular that we have here at HSN. So we knew we wanted that one. The second was we know that we definitely want to bundle it with a solar panel. This is what keeps it sustainable. This is your gas can. This is what makes it recharging for free using the power of the sun. Guy was just showing you the additional solar panels. We'll talk about that and why you'd want that. The other thing is we wanted to make sure that it was going to be over 1,000 watts. That's what this is as well. The kicker of it all is that makes this the most powerful EcoFlow of all the EcoFlows we've done under $1,000. And keep in mind, it's not just the EcoFlow that you're getting. You're also getting the solar panel. So you're getting everything that you need right off the bat. And here's what's cool about that. This is going to power up 80% of your home appliances without having to worry about one of these.
Oh, yeah.
Gas, fumes. And Guy, what we talk about all the time is you can run this inside because it doesn't need gas. It doesn't need oil. It doesn't need maintenance. When we're not saying don't buy a gas generator, for a lot of us, you can't own a gas generator in an apartment, in a condo. This is something that's peace of mind. It's something that you invest in today for tomorrow. And it's peace of mind that you know that you're going to be able to use it because just one touch of a button, you're going to turn the unit on itself. Beautiful display. Guy was going and showing you all the different ports in the front and on the back as well. We've got all of those different outlets. I'm going to go and just right off the bat, I want to show you we have 80% of our home appliances. Guys showing you the very front right there. 80% of our home appliances. What's the first thing we think of? You're sitting at home, like Guy was saying, you lose power. Maybe it's not just first priority, get the TV going. And we're thinking refrigerator. I'm going to unplug the refrigerator really quickly. You're going to see the power is going to turn off. I'm going to turn this bad boy back around. I'm going to turn the AC outlets on. And then in 2 seconds,
wow,
our refrigerator's back on. How much food do you have in your refrigerator? Do you have medicine in your refrigerator? If you added all of that up, not just in your refrigerator, but also in your freezer, it's hundreds and hundreds of dollars. You're going to be able to power up your refrigerator for 14 plus hours, depending on how much power your refrigerator is going to pull. But here's the cool part. On the very front here, it's going to tell me exactly how much time. I don't even have to worry about guessing. It's going to say 42. That's not 42 minutes. That's 42 hours. And that's because it's only pulling about 25 watts. So your refrigerator's not constantly running, but when the compressor kicks on, you're going to have enough power. And when I say compressor, here's the other part about it. I'm going to step back here because your Delta runs at 1,600 running watts. It can peak at 3,100 watts. That means not only can we keep our food cool, but we can also cook with our food. So what I'm going to do is I'm also going to plug in, we've got a little countertop oven right here. It also acts like an air fryer, also acts like a toaster oven. We can be cooking our food. Do you have wise food? Are you thinking about, well, in that emergency preparedness, we don't want to just be eating cold food. This is a great way of peace of mind that we're going to have hot food as well. So you've got that. High wattage appliances. So for instance, even these blenders, which are extremely high wattage appliances, you're going to be able to go ahead and have, of course, I got to turn the AC on right here. You're going to be able to have the unit on. We'll turn this unit on real quickly, turn the AC outlet on really quickly. And then here we go. high wattage appliances. That also means coffee makers, hair dryers. Guy, 80% of your home appliances with something that just weighs a little or around 30 pounds, like we said, that doesn't need gas, it doesn't need oil. And when you need to recharge it, here's the great part about it. You've got 3 different ways to recharge it. Now, in the box that you get another small box. Don't throw this small box away. In here is where all of your cables are to plug it into the wall, your AC outlet. So when you plug it into the wall, it's the fastest recharge rate in the industry, from 0 to 80% using the extreme technology that's built inside of it in just an hour. That's it.
Wow.
When you want to be able to recharge it with the solar panel, you've got it using the power of the sun. Again, that's not additional cost of having to go to the gas station to have to worry about storing gasoline. The third way to recharge it is by plugging it into your vehicle as well. So you got 3 different ways to recharge it. It's a smart way to do it, Guy. You know we're going to lose power at some point this year. Be prepared, and also know that be prepared for the fun stuff when you want to go tailgating too.
Oh yeah, you know, it's funny, I always bring up my dad when I talk about it. The reason I bought mine is I remember when I was a kid, used to make fun of my dad all the time. He had, you know, he was a hunter, and he would we didn't have a lot of money. He was, you know, he was a coach but a school teacher as well. So, and we didn't eat, you know, we didn't get a lot of steak or anything like that. So my father once a year would get a deer, and he would butcher it himself, and he would wrap it in freezer paper, put it in the freezer. He had bottles of water, like probably 10 gallons of water that he had down in the basement just in case. And he used to say to us, and we'd make fun of him, we'd be like, Dad, we're never gonna drink that water. And sure enough, if we ever had a power failure, he'd bring those gallons of water up and we'd have plenty of food to eat. Those are all the things that you can do in an emergency. But remember, this is not just for emergencies. This is for social as well. If you go tailgating and you want a blender, you know, or you know, maybe the power does go out and you want an electric skillet, you want to be able to cook food for your family, you can do that stuff. And I would say for the large majority of people out there who probably don't own a gas generator, there's a reason for that. They don't know where to put it. Those are still combustion engines. You have to put gas in them. They smell. They're noisy, all right? You have to run a plug through a window or a door, so now you've lost your security of your home. And I'm not, like I said, if that's what you want, totally go ahead and do that, but you're gonna spend a heck of a lot more, probably 4 or 5 times more for the starter models of those generators, and then you have maintenance on them, okay? And they weigh hundreds of pounds. You're never gonna put that inside. And lastly, they're not eco-friendly, okay? Those are giving off combustion fumes. Those are bad for the environment. This is pure, clean, economical electricity. And we all know what the price of gas is right now. So remember, this price will not last. We are $500 off our regular HSN price, because remember, you are getting the solar panel. And you're like, well, solar panel, do I need that? You know how cool it is to be able to take your solar panel out, plug it into the machine, and recharge your machine off the grid without ever having to spend any other money? You're basically letting the Lord charge it up for you, right? The sunshine is taking care of it for you. And we do have extra panels available if you want to buy the single or the 2-pack that we have. I'm going to buy the 2-pack today, because when I bought mine, Justin, I didn't buy the solar panel. I just got the unit. So if it's, you know, cloudy for a couple of days and the power's out and I have no way to recharge it, I can't do it. Now when the sun comes out, I can get out there and I can recharge it doing it that way. And there's the 2-pack. We'll put the information up for that as well. And by the way, we sell one of these for like $3.99. So you're getting a great deal if you want to get 2. And what this does is it expedites the recharging of the unit for you a little bit quicker when they're out there in the sun. More solar panels means more energy. 792-168 if you want to do that. So right here, as you can see, we've got a bunch of things charged at the same time. We're doing a tablet, we're doing a phone, we've got our microwave oven, we've got a string of lights, right? Maybe you just want to use this outside to brighten up your outdoors. You can do that as well. Come on with me over here. I'll show you something else we did. Let's talk about home office. You know, a lot of people think, you know, when the power's out, that's it, no TV. I can't plug my router in, so I'm not gonna get internet. So, you know, I can't get Wi-Fi, TV, none of that stuff. The truth of the matter is, just because the power's out, the internet's still out there. You just don't have access to it because you have no electricity. Plug your router into the unit. Now you can get Wi-Fi, now you can use your computer, now you can use your devices that connect to Wi-Fi very, very easily, your Bluetooth, all that stuff. The key is you wanna, and this is what I was leading to with my dad, you don't wanna just survive, right? I mean, survival is great, but if you can thrive, and that's what my dad would say, you make fun of me, kids, for me being prepared, but when it's power's out, we don't suffer. We got food to eat, we got water to drink, and now you'll have power. So you'll have electricity, you'll have lights, your electric toothbrushes. I mean, there are so many devices that you can power with this machine without having to sacrifice space out in your garage, running wires into your house. And remember, you may have hundreds of dollars worth of food that's in your freezer and your refrigerator, all right? And over hours and hours, that stuff starts to go away. And remember, your refrigerator is very well insulated, even if you want to plug it in, for 30 minutes at a time, just to make sure that it keeps that cool temperature to extend the life of the generator itself. You can do that. Grab these while you can. They are going very, very fast. I'm going to have actually, maybe I'll show you again on my unit, because I think my shot will be a little bit cleaner of how the unit actually works. So basically, you plug it in, you charge the thing up, right? And now it's full of gas, basically, all right, or full of energy. On one side of it, and I'll turn it, let me see if I can turn it on. There we go. On one side of it, it gives you all the information of what's going on inside. It tells you how much power you have. It tells you how much power you're using. You've got 6 USB ports and a DC port on this side, okay? So those are all to plug in all your USB-based devices. If I split it around the other side, this is where you have your regular plugs too, right? And even that like the one that's in your car, your little adapter plug right there. There it is. That's in there too. And then you've got all these regular plugs right up here. And if you're wondering what that little hole is right there, that's for your 3-prong grounded outlet. So you can plug those in there as well. So when I tell you you can do 13 items at the same time, you can do that. And then on the front, I love the fact that you can actually see what's going on here. None of this has to be plugged in. This is all pre-charged ahead of time. So you've got one big giant energy source that can help to get you, your family, your loved ones, even your pets, whatever it is, whatever it takes to get your house powered up, this unit will do it for you. So one more time, if you want to get it home, I know this is not a cheap item, I know that, it's a generator. Generators are thousands of dollars, right? This one is less than $1,000, the most powerful we've ever done at this price. Our regular price will be $14.99 at midnight tonight. So if you want to save $500, if you want to get it home delivered to your house with free shipping, because I'm sure if you get a regular gas generator, you got to get it home somehow, or they're going to charge you delivery. We're going to drop this right at your front door. So the shipping and handling is absolutely free. You can use your credit card and use $200 a month for 5 months. I got a better idea, get an HSN credit card today, or use your HSN credit card. It's $55 and change a month. I mean, I think that's worth it. Not being in the dark, not panicking, planning ahead. When you put your head on your pillow at night, knowing you can take care of you and your family during the duration of the power outage. And this affects everybody across the country. I don't care if you live northwest, east, north, south, east, or west. Any part of the country can utilize this machine. And remember, again, it's not just for emergencies. You can use it for a variety of other things. If you're a camper, boater, fisherman, if the kids want to go out and have a camp out at night, maybe the kids want to, put on their outdoor TV. They want to bring the TV outside. Maybe you want to do that. You want to plug your TV out on the deck. Maybe you don't have an outlet out there. Right? A lot of older homes don't have exterior outlets. You can do that as well. Exclusive here to us at HSN, there are multiple ways to be able to recharge this. You can actually use the car outlet, which I showed you before. You can use the solar panels, or you can directly plug it right into the wall to recharge it. And as Justin said, up to 80% in an hour. That is ridiculous. Most of them take hours and hours. Some take a whole day to recharge, which is not going to do you any good if your power failure lasts longer than a day. So you've got everything going for you, but that $55 a month makes it happen here at HSN. That's why I want you to buy it here, plus lowest price we could find anywhere. Justin, let's talk more about it, because I know you've got tons of different demonstrations to show everybody out there, and I think it's important that they see that so they know, exactly how I can use this. And it's, let me tell you too, easy. No pull starting, no adding oil, gas, none of that stuff. Clean energy, instant energy whenever you need it.
Yeah, power when you need it, wherever you are. And that could be just anywhere in the country, like I was saying, north, south, east, and west. Whether it's winter storms, it's just one of those rolling blackouts, whiteouts. We never know what it's going to be. Excuse me, but we know that we need to be prepared for when that happens. Now, one of the things is we don't want to be sitting in a dark home. And we also, it's 100 degrees right now. I'm sweating like crazy. We also want to know that we have AC. We can have a portable AC unit. We can have a fan. We can have a light. Keep in mind the simplicity of what I just did. I just plugged all of that in without having to worry, like Guy said, a pull crank, one touch of a button to turn the unit on. That's it. If we had a gas generator, if you were at home, would you know how to run it? When's the last time you've run your gas generator? Do you know whether the gas that you have is still good in your garage? How much gas are you capable of storing? Last night we were kind of throwing out some numbers because we've kind of did some calculation where you have a gas generator. Let's say you got a 5,000-watt gas generator that can burn up to 18 gallons in one day. 18 gallons, geez, that's like $70 of gasoline now. So what we've seen as here at EcoFlow, we've seen just an increase of sales because of that, and that's why we're so excited to be able to offer this. But here's one of the things that's great about it: outside of a gas generator, all of that, the weight of it, the portability of it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unplug the fan really quickly, and I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna carry this into the bedroom with the light, because I wanna show you this is manageable power. It's also manageable for you to feel confident, not just to run it, but to also be able to move it around your home, because it's the portability of from the living room or to the bedroom. And of course you can have an extension cord and not even have to worry about picking this up. But in that emergency, do you have a plan B? Do you have a plan if you were to lose power right now? And whether you're in an apartment or in a condo or even in a home, well, this is going to be your true backup power. Now, obviously, I was just able to walk into the bedroom, but the reason why I did that is a lot of you use CPAP machines. We've read so many of the reviews. Again, more feedback from you. A CPAP machine is a $700 investment. Without power, it's rendered useless. This is a medical device that you need to be able to sleep well throughout the night. And speaking of medical devices, we read so many reviews for dialysis machines. And for me in particular, I'm a walking, talking Murphy's Law. Of course, when we lose power, that's when I'm going to have an asthma attack. If you have somebody who has a nebulizer at home, this is just that peace of mind that you're going to have. Now, here's the other reason why I've walked into the bedroom, because this Delta, and frankly, all of our EcoFlows, act like emergency power sources. Now, what does that mean? If you have your Delta plugged into the wall, and then, for instance, your CPAP machine plugged into your Delta, and you were to lose power in the middle of the night, well, in 20 milliseconds, your Delta is going to automatically turn on and keep going, keep running that CPAP machine. You're going to be able to run your CPAP machine for 8 to 10 hours, depending on your CPAP machine. That's peace of mind right there. And then again, remember, the next day, you take your Delta out, you plug the solar panel in, and then you're recharging it free without a gas can for that next night that you need your CPAP machine. Here's the other thing. A lot of the reviews, we talk about, heaters, space heaters. Space heaters are the most power hungry, most power consuming appliance that you can plug in to any generator. Now, it's amazing that you can even be able to run one of those on your Delta, because those run about 2,000 watts. So that's already impressive. But here's another alternative. Pick up a heating blanket if you're thinking about how to stay warm, because a heating blanket you can run for about 8 hours because it's only running about 150 watts. So that's another way for you to stay warm and have that peace of mind. Again, so that's kind of the bedroom scenario. The other thing that you were even talking about, guys, so many people are still working from home. We did the hybrid, and when we're still working from home, you can have your router, like Guy was saying, so you still have that continuous power with your internet. Your laptop, you can recharge that over 30 times. Your laptop recharged over 30 times, also have that TV. So you're going to be able to see all of those different things that you're going to be able to do. And of course, you're seeing right there that home office. It looks a little bit nicer than the ones we got in the bedroom right here. But it's that peace of mind, Guy, that whether you are working from home, whether you want to take work out of the home to the back door, to the patio, to the backyard, or maybe you just want to go to the park and be able to have that power, you're going to be able to do that. So if it's a fan next to your bed in the middle of the summer heat, you're going to be able to have that running right here. And the other part about that too, Guy, is there's no fumes you have to worry about. There's nothing that I have to worry about that's dangerous about that, right? So I can run it inside, I can run it outside for those emergencies. And then again, remember also for all of the fun stuff that we have, prepared or unprepared, that we don't know what's going to happen, but that's exactly what this is, for all the unprepared things, so you can be prepared for that.
Well, and I think it gives an option for folks that, not everybody is a master mechanic, that knows how to fix a gas generator if it goes down. Some people that are watching are seniors. Well, it's happened a couple of times. My mom is in a condo complex, and the condo complex, when the power goes out, all the power goes out to the entire condo, all right, because it's on one big breaker outside. And that has happened to her a couple of times. And I will tell you, my mom's 89 years old, and she's like, she actually bought, I got her for one of those, her stocking stuffers, I got her a bunch of the little portable lights, just so she'd have light, because she was like, oh my gosh, we had no power. It got incredibly hot in here. We couldn't plug in fans. We couldn't do anything. So if you're a senior out there, this is a really, really smart purchase. If you use your HSN credit card for $55, you can get this home. If the power goes out, you can make yourself a pot of coffee. If it's morning time, you can make breakfast. You could plug an electric skillet in here, right? You can plug a toaster oven in here, an air fryer. So if you want to feed the kids, you don't have to struggle just because the power is out. Okay? And again, if you want to use it for the kids to have fun, let them take it outside. They can plug in, if it's holiday, they want to plug in lights, or they want to plug in, one of their fun gaming systems outside. They can do that without having to run around and look for an extension cord. The power goes wherever you need the power to be. You sure as heck are not going to bring a gas generator, more than likely, on a camping trip, right? You're not going to haul that thing all over the place. You can take this. You know where mine is parked? I have a workout room in the back room. It used to be Danny's playroom, but I turned it into this little workout room. I have it on a shelf just sitting there, ready to go whenever I need it. And I've used it all the time. I use it much more in the summertime. Obviously, we have more storms in the summer, but also because it gets bloody hot here in Florida. And I've also lived in Arizona. So when you're outdoors, you can plug a box fan into this, put it at one end of your deck, or near your, wherever your pool is, without having to worry about plugs. You don't want that live electricity right there at the pool. You can put it there and you can keep cool doing it that way. I think there are so many different benefits to it that way outweigh the cost. And again, we're not talking about $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000. I know there are generators that are even more than that, right? And my neighbor, who has a giant, like 5,000 square foot house, and she's lovely, she's got a big old built-in generator on the side of her house, and that thing is noisy, right? I mean, you hear that's like a tractor when that thing goes on, and it's right across from my deck. It's part of the world. It doesn't bother me, and I don't blame her. But she probably spent $20,000 to have that thing hooked up into her house, whereas we're talking about $999. Lowest price you'll find anywhere, $500 off our price. Throwing in a solar panel. Remember, we normally offer our electric generators, and you can buy the solar panel separately, and normally that's $300 or $400. Today, you're getting that included. So not only are we dropping the price, we're including the solar panel. And remember, we have separate solar panels available. If you already own an EcoFlow and you never got the solar panel, you can pick up the one, or you can get the 2-pack. That's gonna, again, accelerate the recharging time. And all you do is put it out in the sun on a beautiful day. If you're a camper, you'll love that, because you can have your EcoFlow for a week without ever having to plug it back in. Just pop open those solar panels, put them out in a good sunny place, and watch as they charge that up. It's like free gasoline for your car. And we all know how expensive that is to be able to, and this is way more eco-friendly, right? Not even close. So if you want to get it home, again, the way to do it, $200 a month. If you want to use your credit card, if you use HSN's card, it's only $55 and change. So many different things you can use it for. The bottom line is you're going to be prepared. We carry the food, the dehydrated foods. We carry ways to filter water. Those are all things that will help you in an emergency, but there's nothing that can beat having pure power. And pure consolidated power in a really small footprint is fantastic, because most of us, like I said, don't have space for a big giant generator. We don't have any place that we would put it. All you do is turn it on, just like that, and then you can see how much energy you have, how much you have left. There's all your ports in the front for your USB-driven devices. If I spin it around the back, you'll see that, I'm gonna spin it this way so the cord doesn't get caught. I've got 6 regular wall outlets right here. Those are just the traditional wall outlets. So if you've got a light, or a fan, or a TV, or your router, anything that's in your home that plugs into a wall, all right, pretty much can plug into. We said 80% of the appliances will be able to plug into here. Nothing's more important than when you think about your refrigerator, right? All your food is in there. Maybe you've got medicines in there that need to stay cold. That's a big deal. And remember, you don't have to keep them plugged in forever. You can plug them in for 30 minutes or an hour, unplug it so you save the generator, but at least it recharges your refrigerator. You can plug, the perfect example, you wake up, there's no power in the morning. A line went down. and you're like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do without my coffee? Plug your coffee machine into here. Plug your toaster oven into here, all right? If you have a little electric skillet, plug that in there. You can make eggs, you can feed your family, you can survive and thrive, not just survive, thrive. 13 different devices at the same time. Over 650 of these have already been spoken for in just a couple of airings. We know that it's a considered purchase, but I think you'd be best getting it from us with our discounted price, HSN exclusive with the solar panel. These are some of the items that you're going to be able to utilize it on. Your laptop, if you have a medical device, your TVs, your refrigerators, your microwave ovens, all those back to life, even when everywhere around you, it may be dark, all right? Nobody else is getting power. You know, maybe a couple of people bought very expensive generators and it's really noisy, but you are in your house nice and cool, nice and comfortable because you've got a way to power up your devices. The item number again is 697674. The shipping and handling is free. We'll deliver it right to your front door. And I think the most important thing that I said earlier when I started was what I love about it is I sleep well. You know what I mean? I go to bed at night, I'm like, you know, something happens, I'm okay. I got this covered. You know what I did? I used to make fun of my father. I even have like 5-gallon jugs of water in the back room. Because it's Florida, we have a lot of antiquated water pipes around here, and we get that happens all the time, right? Where we don't even have water. So those are the staples of life. You want to be able to stay cool. You want to stay warm in the seasonal times. You want to be able to feed yourself. You want to be able to have your coffee. You want to spoil yourself a little bit because those are the things you miss, right? You miss all this. You miss that big screen TV up there. You miss watching your favorite shows. You miss getting on your computer. You can't do that if your Wi-Fi and internet is down. So you can plug your router and your electronic devices in at the same time. To me, Justin, if you can afford it, it's an absolute no-brainer. I think everybody out there should have some backup. I mean, let's put it this way. I rarely, if ever, and a couple times I did it when I was younger, get on an airplane that only has one engine. I think you can figure out why, right? One goes, what do we do? You know, can you glide this thing? I mean, and that's why when you get on an airplane, especially a jet airplane in this day and age, there are so many redundant systems. Those are backup systems. Those are just in case, okay? This is just in case, but also you can use it every day. You can let the kids go outside and plug in a movie projector. They can watch a movie up against the garage. They can be outside having their camp out night and they can actually power up a light, power up a fan. They can plug their little devices into it. You can use this thing every day of the week. Many people don't. Many people save it, and they're like, just in case. And by the way, once it's charged, it stays charged. You don't have to keep it plugged in. Once it's fully charged, you're good to go and ready. Whenever it's ready when you are. So there are no downsides to this one. There are a lot of downsides to a gas generator. And I've mentioned them several times, and I think you know what they are. It's clumsy, it's smelly, it's noisy, it's all those different things. It's expensive as all heck. This is an affordable way for you to be able to take care of you and your family, and I know it is, like mid-March right now? Storm season will be here before you know it. Why wait? Get it home now. On your credit card, $255 on an HSN credit card, you'll get it home, and I'll tell you, Justin, I know I sleep well. I think people will sleep well knowing they got one of these babies waiting for them.
Yeah, and also getting it from EcoFlow. You know, when you start to shop around, of course, this being an investment, you're going to, of course, do that. Maybe start to compare other brands. You're going to see that EcoFlow is one of the top brands, if not the top brand, in the whole entire industry of these power stations. Now, obviously, I'm standing outside, but I want to show you the solar panel, one, because it's one of the coolest solar panels that I've seen. It's not your typical generic glass solar panel. It's not heavy and cumbersome. No, this actually folds up. The carrying case acts like a kickstand. And one of the reasons why I want to show you is because, we have this idea that solar is just simply to recharge your unit. But when you have the solar panel connected to your power station, now you've got a solar generator. But here's the other cool thing. It's a 110-watt solar panel. Now, let's just say, for instance, our power station is 100% full, right? Well, why would we have a solar panel? Well, because it's got pass-through charging. So we can have our solar panel hooked up to our power station while we're recharging other things. Now, that's infinite power for recharging your phone, or infinite power to be powering up your refrigerator. As we saw, your refrigerator top is going to be running at maybe 150 watts when that compressor kicks in. So all day, we could basically have the solar panel outside while it's connected to our power station, creating that solar power, that solar generator, and powering our refrigerator without running out of power on our power station. And of course, once the power on your power station is depleted, then of course, then you're going to want to use your solar panel to do that. That's why we also offer you more solar panels, because the more solar panels you have, the faster it's going to recharge the unit. So it just makes sense. And when you start to think about it, Guy, it's the initial investment that is going to carry you for years and years, because it's not continuous amount of money that you're also throwing in, right? Gas is something we got to run. We got to get to the gas station and make sure, one, if it's an emergency, that there is gas. Do we have enough cans to store enough gas? What happens when we run out of gas? That's what I love about the power station. You got the solar panel to connect to your power station to recharge the unit. You can have, of course, use it by plugging it into your vehicle. That's two options. Or, of course, plugging it into the wall. This is the fastest recharge rate in the whole industry, from 0 to 80% in an hour. We had that one graphic. I don't know if we can put it up. Using that extreme technology, the other competitors, you're looking at roughly around 6-7 hours compared to ours, which from 0 to 80% is an hour. So I think that's unbelievable. We got a box fan out here because, right, it's not just an emergency. It's also for the fun stuff. It's also about having that power wherever we want to be and whenever we want it, right? So we can have that fan running right here, which I definitely need, 1,000 degrees out right here. But that means we also can have our internet. We got a little portable TV right here, and that uses a DC adapter. So you've got that DC adapter on the back for whatever little DC appliances that you might need. So for instance, if you're camping, maybe it's for the air inflator for your air mattress. You've got that. All of our smaller electronics, I don't want this to just go by the wayside, because in the hurricane during Sandy, one of the biggest things was communication. We need to make sure that people know that we're safe, and we want to be able to check on others. So communication is key. It's not just having a phone for the camera and all of the entertainment. You can recharge your phone right here on the very front using, of course, all of these other USB ports that we've got. But over 100 times, you can recharge your phone. That in itself is crazy. Your laptops, over 30 times. You've got 4 USB ports, 2 fast charging USBs, but you also have the USB-Cs. I love that, because a lot of our new Apple devices, Samsung devices, they've only got USB-C. You've got that built in right here. Now, I want to show you on the side, this little panel right here is where I've got my solar panel connected. So that's where you've got your solar panel plugged in to the unit. And on the display, it'll even tell you you've got your solar panel plugged in. You also, right here is where you're going to plug it into the wall. So very simple, very easy to recharge the unit. So that way you're not, again, having to think about, am I capable of running this? Am I capable of using it? That's the peace of mind that you're going to have that power. And then, of course, you also have that display on the front. That display is not just simply for aesthetics. I know it's very bright. Not sure that we're going to be able to see it. But then I want to go back, because I want to show you all the fun stuff outside of just having the fan and all the electronics. We want to be able to have a good time, okay? Part of having a good time might just be having a little bar outside, maybe a little margarita. The reason why I show you this is not just for the fun of it. It's also to show you a margarita machine, or, for instance, one of these high wattage appliances. It can be run on your EcoFlow. Now, why is that important? It's because we can run 1,600 running watts on your Delta, 1,600 running watts, peak of 3,100 watts. That's directly comparable now to your gas generator that you can be doing that. Now, that's another thing that you want to keep in mind, so you can have that. We've also got a drill on the back here, so that we can have power for our power tools. Now, power tool might just be, maybe you picked up one of those Sun Joe electric pole saws, chainsaws. You've got down limbs. You need to make sure that you can move all of that stuff for those emergency situations. You've got power off the grid, but off the grid might just simply be, Guy, you lost power at home, you're feeling off the grid. It feels like we just stepped back 50 years in time without having that power. And then, of course, the fun entertainment still keeps going, because how about a full-size television? You can have that in the back of the pickup truck while you're out there watching the football games, whatever it might be, college football, professional football. Have that wherever you want and take the fun with you. So when you're investing in the Delta, here's one of the greatest parts about EcoFlow. When we keep comparing to gas generators, there's a reason why. Because a gas generator outside right now, you probably wouldn't be able to hear me, right? It's very loud. It's extremely noisy. The decibels are very, very high, and it puts off a lot of toxic fumes. Well, You don't want to be doing that, for instance, if you're out tailgating. You want something that's clean power, that's using the amount of power that you need for whatever you've got plugged in. With a gas generator, it's on, right? When it's on, it's running and it's running all of that gas. This is only using the amount of power that we need for our television. And the other thing too is one of the things that you mentioned, Guy. You know, your neighbor has that gas generator that she had. I know it's $20,000. Here's two things about that. If you live in an HOA, at 10 o'clock, there's a noise ordinance. You can't have a gas generator running because it's too loud. Same thing with campgrounds. At 10 p.m., noise ordinance. You cannot have generators running because it's too loud. Well, you need another option. This is that option. We keep seeing so many things converting from gas to electric, whether it's cars right now, obviously with the increase in gas prices, but that's just the evolution of things. And so I want you to rethink the way you think of gas generators or the way that you think of generators in general and start thinking about EcoFlow, because we are really the pioneers right now in that, so that you have that clean power. And speaking of clean power, this is pure sine wave technology. Sounds like a very high-tech word. When you start to look that up and start to research it, you see why it's important. Because when a gas generator starts running out of gas, starts to have increase and decrease in power, what that can do is it can fry a lot of the electronics that you've got plugged in. This won't happen with your power station. And keep in mind, too, outside of the peace of mind of having it, it's the peace of mind of knowing that you can use it. Because just one touch of a button, you turn the unit on. And I know we have so many, female viewers and, a lot of women out there saying, is it manageable? Something that just weighs literally 30 pounds, that's not a heavy gas generator, you're going to be able to use when you want to recharge it. Don't run to the gas station when there's no gas. Don't have to worry about storing it. Take your solar panel, put it out in the sun like we have right here, and now recharge it using the power of the sun without having to spend another dime.
The clumsiness of it, a fraction of the weight, of the size, all those things that you take into consideration when you're thinking about can I actually get a generator? Most people, as we said out there, I don't have a place to put it. They don't want to make a room in their garage for it. They don't want to run a plug through a window or a door because they don't want to open up their house and leave it open to that. That's a very dangerous time when there's an emergency of any type, when there's a power failure. There's a lot of bad people out there that are like, this is the time to go, right? People don't have power. Maybe their alarm systems aren't working, all those different things. You can continue to have power, keep your doors and windows shut, have your power on the inside. I've said it before, any situation, any emergency, anywhere, anytime, you can have power, whether you're tailgating at a ball game, camping with your friends, and family, whether you're outside on your deck, inside, you want to light up a room, you want to put on, get your air running, you want to get your fans running, your lights, your TVs, your computer, your router, all those different things. Maybe the kids want to go outside and have a little entertainment. They got no place to plug in their outdoor movie projector, right? Look at my boy David over here. He's just sitting there, he's relaxing over there. We'll turn out the lights. That's not plugged into anything but our EcoFlow. That is what's powering our projector right now, all right? And he's gonna get hours of use on that, okay? It's very, very simple. You can either struggle, you can panic, or you can relax and get your power back. And you could do it in a way that's better for you. It's better for the earth because you're not putting more gas fumes out there. It really is an amazing offer. So we have about 10, 12 minutes remaining. I want to go over the offer again because we have the best deal anywhere, over $700 today. And this is a $1,000 item, so people are grabbing it. They're like, you know what? It really makes good sense. Mother's Day's coming up, Father's Day's coming up. Lots of gift-giving opportunities. Maybe give it to yourself for mom and dad. Maybe say, here you go, mom and dad. Now you got a generator, you don't have to worry. But we've got a bunch of ways. First of all, lowest price you found. You can't find this bundle anywhere else because we're including the solar panel. That's a $300 to $400 solar panel that's included. You can use 5 Flex, which is $200 plus tax on your credit card. Or if you use the HSN card today, that $200 becomes $55 with no interest, no fees, no finance charge. We'll just spread it out. We'll take it from 5 months and stretch it another 13 months so that you can afford it. We know it's a considered purchase. We do that with a lot of our items that are expensive because we want to have a way for you to afford it. I know it's tough to go into a store and plunk down $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000 all at once. You don't have to do that. I wouldn't do it, okay? I mean, most people wouldn't. Why do it? It's free money that you can earn interest on in your bank without having to contribute it. And I paid yesterday for a full tank of gas in my car, and my car was down on E, so I knew exactly what it was gonna be. I was almost afraid to look at the pump. $86 to fill my car yesterday, $86. A month ago, 2 months ago, $56. Okay, so you know what's going on with the price of energy, the price of gasoline, the price of oil, all that stuff. Here's a way to use clean energy. It's way more economical. It's better for you. It's better for the environment. And it's a way to be able to get your house and your life powered back up without all the fuss and without all the mess of a traditional generator. And whether you've got an outage, whether you want to use it, like we said, like David over there, and you want to enjoy some outdoor fun with the kids, and you need a plug, you need a power source, right? The kids want to go outside and they want to watch a movie. They want to go outside and they want to play, they want to watch a TV show. Take your TV outside, right? As long as you're within range of your Wi-Fi, you'll still get the signal. Just plug it in. You get 6 different AC outlets, so you can plug anything you can plug into a wall. Even your 3-prong outlets will work. No worry about that on the grounded outlets. On the other side, you've got all those USBs. So you could charge 6 phones at the same time, okay? Over and over and over and over again. When you start to run low on power, do not worry. We are giving you the solar panel. You take that outside on a sunny day and that will recharge the unit itself. It's very simple. We give you all the cables that you need to do all those different chores with it, okay? To recharge it, we give you the plugs. To use a solar panel, you get the plugs. You get a bag to carry it. This is actually, I love the fact that it comes in a bag. Mine sits, like I said, in my spare room. It sits there ready to go. Pop it open, put it in, plug stuff into it. It doesn't take up a lot of space. It's not noisy. It's whisper quiet. I've got several things plugged into it right now. Make the decision. I have 10 minutes left in the show. It's not going to be on again for, I think, a couple more hours. So if you'd like to get it, it's the lowest price we could find. We are breaking up the payments to make it easy. Listen, it's an investment in your future, okay? If you worry about things like power failures, if you worry about storms, if you worry about what will we do, it's dark. I mean, you know that feeling when the power goes out, especially at night, and you're sitting in a chair, TV off, everything, and you're just like, oh my gosh, because you have nothing, right? And then what your first thing is, you look outside and you say, oh my gosh, only 1 or 2 neighbors' power is on, probably because they have a generator, okay? And they probably spent 5 times the amount of money you have. Or you can be one of those people that has the lights on. You can be one of those people that can make a cup of coffee. You can be one of those people that can make toast for your kids in the morning, right? I always talk about the little electric skillets, which are wonderful. Plug one of those in there. You can make eggs in the morning, or you can make something for them at night. And you can also, at the same time, plug lamps into here, lights, fans, whatever it is that you need to get by and not just survive, but thrive, because that's what we want to do, this will give to you. So it really is, it's a once-in-a-lifetime deal, I'm telling you, to be able to get it with the solar panel, because when I bought mine, I paid $11.99 for mine, okay? I got a little bit of a discount, because I think they were $13.99. And I didn't get a solar panel. And today I'm gonna buy a solar panel today, because I'm like, you know what, I would love it. I think it would be so cool. And it's the right thing to do, to be able to save some energy, to put that solar panel outside and recharge the unit. I'm gonna do that today. But today we're combining the two so that you have both. So if your power is out for a prolonged period of time, you can take that panel, put it outside on a sunny day, or even a partly sunny day, and you can recharge the unit itself without a penny out of your pocket. Comes with a 2-year warranty. If you would like a longer warranty, we have our extra Protection Plus, if you would like to be interested in that as well. And then remember, we are offering, where are they, behind me? I'm gonna walk back. We're offering the 2-pack of extra solar panels. Let me give you an idea. The regular solar panels are about $300 to $400, all right? Depending on what deals we do and all that stuff. You're gonna get 2 of those solar panels, all right? And you're gonna get them for $449. It's like buying one and getting the other one less than half price. What this will do is it'll expedite the charging process of the unit itself. So honestly, you can't go wrong with it. Over 700 people have picked it up. I'm very happy for you, Justin. I think people are getting it, especially that feeling of isolation that we get when the power goes out, that feeling of, okay, first thing I gotta think of is lights. I gotta get some light in this. My kids are gonna start to panic, my grandkids. Now I have to think about food, right? I wanna think about the comfort. So maybe it's, like you said, putting on the heater, plugging in the heating blanket, or putting a fan in if it's a super hot day. I got to think about the refrigerator. I'll plug the refrigerator in. I can plug my microwave into this, my coffee machine. All those things that are part of my daily routine do not have to be excluded just because I'm not getting any power. And I think that's really why you do it, just in case, right? Or even just not in case. And if you just want to use it for fun and gatherings, you can use it for that as well. I mean, I think it's a great deal. Better than I got.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, one of the greatest parts about picking up the Delta and a lot of our EcoFlows is you're going to use it way more than you would ever use your gas generator, because this is, yes, this is there for your emergencies, right? You can have this sitting in your closet waiting. You can have it sitting there for 365 days. Of course, you want to make sure that it's still charged, especially when you get it at home. Make sure it's fully charged and then go ahead and store it. That's one of those things, again, with gas and generators. We can keep talking about that. But then you're not going to have it sitting for 365 days, because you're going to want to take this and you're going to now be able to have that power to take power with you wherever you want to go. Whether it's, we've been playing pickleball like crazy. We've been taking ours with us to the pickleball court so we can have a fan. We got people coming over to us and wanting to have the fan. That's power that you can have, that independence and the confidence to be able to use it. Again, roughly about 30 pounds to be able to pick that up. Now for the emergencies. Well, when you're at home and you're to lose power right now, what would you do? Well, for a lot of us who live in apartments or condos, we have no other option because we can't own a gas generator. So you're sitting there, you're looking at your phone, you're waiting to hear from the electric company to say it'll be turned on by 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock comes around, then 5, and then 6, and then 7. Well, now you've been sitting there for 10 hours. Your food can start to go bad in your refrigerator roughly about after 4 hours if you don't open the door. Now, you start to think about, what am I going to do? This is going to power up 80% of your home appliances, 80%, without having to worry about the noise, the gas, the fumes. And when we were thinking about putting together the deal today, we wanted to make sure it was the flagship model, the Delta. It's one of the most popular we have, especially here at HSN, because of the size and the power that we have. The other part about it is we wanted to make sure it comes with the solar panel. This is key, because with the solar panel, with your power station, it now converts it into a solar generator. You don't have to worry about continuously paying more and more money to run the unit, because with the power of the sun, it's just continuous and efficient power and energy. The other part about it is we wanted to make sure that it was over 1,000 watts. We've got all 3 of that. That leads us to number 4, being that makes this the most powerful we've ever done of all of our EcoFlows, under $1,000. That's one of the biggest key things that we wanted to do, so that we can do this. Because when we're thinking about the big stuff, I'm going to actually open the refrigerator so you can see that. Again, when you're sitting at home and all of a sudden you lose power, what are you going to do? Well, think about how simple this is. You take out your EcoFlow out of the closet, right? Maybe you got an extension cord, leave it in the closet. You don't even have to move it. Well, now what you're going to do is you're simply going to go ahead, plug in your refrigerator.
There it is.
And now you've got power. That's simplicity. That is peace of mind. Again, it's not just the peace of mind and having it, peace of mind and knowing that you can use it. Now, here's the other cool part about it. There's no guessing. There's no guessing about how much power we got left or how much power we're using. Now, the display's not just for aesthetics. The display's to show you how much power you've got and how much power you're using, all the way down to doing the calculation. And it'll actually even tell me, I'll turn the display on. It's saying 41 hours. 41 hours. I know we got a lot of sun right here, so maybe a little hard to see. 41 hours, that's not 41 minutes, 41 hours, 39, because you can see right over here to the left, it's showing me how much wattage. So it's doing all the calculation for me. When you start to shop around, you're going to see there's a lot of power stations out there. They just simply don't do that. They don't show you that information. So again, not just for aesthetics, it's for the information that you need at hand. And then we showed you the display. We showed you all those USB ports. The big key about this too is, we show a lot of wise food, and we're always showing EcoFlow, especially for preparedness. Well, speaking of food, outside of the amount of food and money that we got in our refrigerator, or even perhaps even medicine, for instance, insulin. My sister who's upstairs, she's type 1 diabetic. You need to make sure that insulin stays cool. It's also cooking our food. Because this runs at 1,600 running watts and peaks at 3,100 watts, you can do all the heating elements, which is super important, because before, Guy, and we've been doing power stations for a long time, they couldn't do that. Some of them could only go to 500 watts, and that's it. This can do all of your heating elements, your blow dryer, your microwave, your stove, your countertop oven, your air fryer, so you can cook your food. I believe with a microwave, over an hour that you can be cooking food. Your high wattage appliances like your blender. Again, keep in mind, simply plugging things in. That's it. Blender's not the most important thing in the world, but
sometimes it is, Justin.
Somebody's a camper. Well, right? For some of us, we need to make sure we got our blender going. You got it. You got that peace of mind that if you want that margarita, you can have it right there in your little NutriBullet.
And you can have it anywhere. You can have it at the game. You can have it out on your porch if you don't have any plugs out there. You can have it out in the backyard without having to run an extension cord. You can have that blender anywhere you want. And it's the same with most of the other appliances, right? You don't have to be tethered to a extension cord that's running off of a gas generator outside. And not only that, think about if it happens to you in the winter. Do you really want to have to be outdoors in the snow with your generator trying to figure out how to get that thing to start? Or do you want to be able to just take the plug and plug it in? It has never been easier. Your computer, your laptops, your routers, your machines that maybe you've got a CPAP machine, your fans, your every kind of a cooking appliance. We said 80% of those you'll be able to repower. And I don't know about you, but I have actually once in my life, I did have to empty out my refrigerator. I had to take all the ice out. I had to take all the frozen food out, right? I left most of the other food in there because I'm like, if it goes bad, you know, in the non-freezer section, I'm like, the heck with that, I'll rebuy it. But if you don't, all that water starts melting. All the ice that's in your fridge starts melting. It's an absolute mess. If you just get it as a backup for that fridge, it's worth it. But you're gonna use it so many times, as we said, not just for necessity, not just for emergency, but for social as well. When you wanna take, when there's a place where there's no place to plug something in, right? You've got the power to be able to do it. Clean power, economical, anywhere, anytime, you'll love it. The item number is 797674. Remember, the solar panel is included, the case is included, all the wires, all the cables. All you do when you get home, plug it in, make sure it's charged up, and when you go to bed at night, you're gonna sleep well, because you know, just in case, you're ready to go. All right, remember, only $55 on your HSN credit card gets it home. If you wanna use your credit card, all the details are down there below, and it's free shipping and handling. So make sure you get it home. Justin, great job as always, my friend. You know, I think this is a spectacular value, and the fact that we're throwing the solar panel in takes it over the top.
It does. You know, that was the key thing when we wanted to do. We wanted to make sure the solar panel was with it. You still have the power at the flagship model. Everything's going electric, guy. Cars, bikes.
I know, buddy.
And now even generators are going electric with EcoFlow.
I know. Everybody I see driving an electric car right now is just mocking me. I can see it. You know, it's like, dang, I should have got that electric car. I was right on the fence, but anyway. Hey, buddy, thank you. You have a great day. I know you're on, I think you're on at noon with Alice, so we'll look forward to seeing you then.
Yeah, great to see you. Been too long.
All right. Hey, remember, we do have the 2-pack of solar panels available, and I think we also have the single. If you just want to get one, we have those available if you'd like to pick those up. I'm going to buy the single today for mine because I don't have one. I didn't get one when I ordered it. Today you are getting one, but if you want to get 2 backups that you can use in conjunction with it, because you can put all 3 out at the same time, it'll charge up your machine much, much quicker. The item number there is 792168. Hey, guess what I got coming up? A very special 2-hour Guys in the Garden, brand new plants, the most beautiful plants you've ever seen in your life, and all kinds of great tools that are gonna help you out in the garden. So I'll head outside.